No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hate the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. I open the play with the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long on first and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On first down, Allen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Watson to throw from his end zone. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Now a first down throw. Watson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 36 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, Watson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Richardson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First down, it's Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Again, it's Watson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Richmond.
To the air yet again, Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Watson looks to throw again. And it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to...
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. So a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start on the ground with Geis. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. They'll hand it down to Geis, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This one caught by Crowder. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. In there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Third down, here's Geis. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Richmond.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Dancing to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Here's Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And now out comes Houston. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson to throw again. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Watson on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to go down again. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. On fourth down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Richmond. Tiger. Come back.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Richmond.
On first down, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Brown in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Watson now on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Watson hands this to Foreman. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Richmond. Tiger. Come back.
To throw on second is Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Come back. Tiger.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. From the red zone now, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. This is caught. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
and you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game nonetheless.
And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen again. Looking deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is... So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Set. 3, 9, 10.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To the air, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, They put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Come back, come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. Now a first down throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Richmond. Richmond.
To the air yet again, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Tiger.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Allen now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Reset! Richmond! He's moving, boys, he's moving! Come back!
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Come back, come back.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 45 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And they take a knee. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. Some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now a run with Geis. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Ellington now to return it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep, and now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Geis. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Washington, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Dallas on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.